Pardon me, traveler, but have you a moment? I was recently attacked by a flock of hackwings and lost a possession of grave importance as I fled. If you would but help me retrieve it, I would reward you most greatly. A plain wooden box the length of my forearm. Last I saw, it was nestled in the beak of one of the hackwings that attacked me. I believe it may have brought the box back to its nest, just northwest of this dock. I'd not ask this of you if it wasn't a matter of grave importance. The box contains a memento from my village that I simply cannot lose. Will you help? Many thanks, traveler. You have calmed this elder's heart. I shall await here for your return, of course. And take caution. Hackwings are dangerous creatures, and quick to strike. As I said, it contains a memento from my village. I haven't been able to return, you see. It's my only remaining connection. Because there's nothing to return to, I'm afraid. Imperial raiders attacked my tribe. They slaughtered many and burned down our hist tree. I've been a wanderer ever since. It was a long time ago, traveler. Still, that memento is all that I have left. I'd be most grateful if you could help me retrieve it.
You're a long way from home, Ogel. Best tread carefully if you wish to return to it. My name carries far these days. Why do you seek me? More than one. Choglada, impaled on a pole near here. Zuti, hanging from a tree near Lilmuth. On display like dread warnings. They are pitiful trophies. There is no glory in killing a withered root and an unblooded child. The skin taker only preys on the weak and defenseless. Confronted by a warrior, they turn their tail in disgrace. If we cross paths, I will not let them escape. Goosen, one of my tribe, found the skin taker carrying another victim to display. The coward fled without a fight. If this murderer interests you, speak to Goosen in Dead Water Village. Too clean, for one. Very little skin was left clinging to the muscle below. The skin taker works slowly. Their technique is one of cruelty, not efficiency. It could not be done safely in the field. This skin taker has a den.
I'll be at this a while.
Box on dishonor. Kishi's life matters more than stupid traditions.
I remember you. You freed me from the blackguards. What brings you to our village?
Come, Dapasa.
Would that I had killed her. When I was captured, one of the blackguards seared my leg with a hot poker to prevent my escape. It remains difficult to run. The skin taker moved under the cover of darkness, but the moonlight betrayed her. The woman had skin as pale as Vishgliel scales. It caught the light easily. She was dressed in blackguard leathers, 2 curved blades at her hip. I crossed paths with the skin taker by the Deadwater pools near our village. I wish you better luck in your pursuit than I. I will maintain the vigil here. You have a safe haven among the Deadwater. They did not take my eyes or hands, so I am still of some use. Deadwater are no strangers to pain. Our medicines are strong. I will recover. Not one of ours. That's all I can say for certain. We await members of the other tribes to account for their missing. With the body lost to the Deadwater pool, there is little else to be done. A possibility. The blackguards have sent brutal messages in the past, but they were clear with their intentions. This skin taker has kept her identity in shadow.
I spit at tradition and the cowardice it breeds. The Deadwater tribe is proud, set in its ways. But those ways will be the end of us. Even a stupid outsider can see such things. I mean no offense. We almost died during our trial of ascension. We would have too, except Kishi interfered and saved us. Now, by the laws of the Nagakor, the Deadwater tribe, Kishi has been sentenced to death. He should not have helped us, but I'm glad he did. The elders stand by our traditions, even as the tribe sinks into quicksand. They refuse to reach out for any aid that isn't prescribed by the Tree Minder or the Kadilith. Perhaps you could help Kishi. As an outsider, you aren't bound by our laws. Find Kishi's father, Boki. Tell him you want to help. He will know how to best utilize an outsider in this matter. Be mindful of Mewa Jez, though. She seized Kishi because he interfered. Oh, my spines quiver just imagining her reaction to an outsider. The path of the lily is sacred to our people. Hatchlings ascend to the rank of warrior by walking the path, ready to defend the tribe and survive the terrors of the swamp. Failure means death and a return to the Hist. Kishi interrupted that fate. I attempt to speak plainly. As Mewajez teaches, the swamp doesn't provide second chances, so why should we? If warriors can't succeed on their own, they endanger us all. Still, I am grateful I am alive to explain this. Kishi made that possible. Mewajez is our tribe's Kadilith, our war teacher. She trains our novices to walk the path of the lily. Since she took over the responsibility, the Deadwater warriors have become stronger and more powerful. At least the ones that survive. The path of the lily claims more lives than ever before. Kishi and his egg siblings were the last novices to complete the trial without injury, let alone death. More often now, entire clutches of novices fall to the dangers encountered on the path. Everything changes. The path, the Kadilith, training changes too, and expectations. Now novices die more quickly than new eggs can be hatched. Soon, the Deadwater tribe will simply be the Dead Tribe. I think that's why Kishi dislikes Mewajez. I speculate now. Perhaps Kishi didn't want to see more novices perish due to lack of training. Or maybe his dislike of Mewajez got the better of him. Or it could have been temporary insanity. Regardless, he saved us, and I am grateful for that. Boki's home stands just within the village walls, on the western side of the Hist. Please, hurry, for Mewajez took Kishi away before the night had turned to day. If Kishi hasn't been consumed by a swamp beast yet, it won't be long now.
I'll need help gathering all of the components. To honor change is to honor Sithis. All Saxhleel know this, but sometimes it is forgotten. As Niswo, it lies upon my shoulders to remind them. Would you help me in this endeavor? I wish to create a monument dedicated to the forces of change and chaos. I will take that which time has broken and create it anew in the name of Sithis. That is where your aid comes in. You must travel to echoes of our past, Sophir Cavern, the Teeth of Sithis, and the Tomb of Many Spears. There you will gather pieces from our days of stone nests. When all is collected, then I shall create. The beauty of change is undeniable. The crumbling stone of our foolish past. The sky bleeding red above a setting sun. The bloated face of a corpse as the skin begins to decay. Ah, to gaze upon such wonder. Tell me this. What is painted upon a blank canvas? Precisely! And it is only because of that nothing that something can be made. First there is nothing, then there is something. Thus is the will of all things. Thus is the will of Sithis. Sithis is the nothing between the something, the void which created all and will one day destroy it. The will of change, the inconstant which is our only constant. My art honors this will. I destroy what was and create what will be. I belong to the clutch of Niswo, a fellowship of sorts. In the dry-skinned tongue, we would be called nothing speakers, for we speak the words of that which is void, though we do not all speak the same words, of course. Why would we? Sithis is a being of multitude. It is the will of change, the force of chaos, the lust for bloodshed. Its words are many, and so the Niswo are many, but we all speak parts of the larger truth. Perhaps an example will help. I honor Sithis through my art. I see the something within the nothing, and create it. Through my actions, a lesson is learned. My mentor had a different approach. She would require offerings of blood. The greater the offering, the greater the honor. Some would sacrifice a scale or a fang, freshly plucked and bloodied. Others would offer fingers or the tips of their tails. One follower offered his heart. He died, of course. One must simply be accepted as a Vovaste, an apprentice in the dry-skinned tongue. I journeyed with my mentor for many seasons before she bestowed the title of Niswo upon me. Then I journeyed alone, spreading the dark word to many tribes. I speak but one truth. through many seasons, this village will hear many words. It is from these many words that they will create their own truth. And though these truths will be different, they will all be, in the end, true. The Saxhleel do not require ease in our beliefs. We do not write words upon a page and request our followers to speak its unmoving words. Belief should be questioned, doubted, judged, and finally accepted. Only then is it truth.
Gods, how much longer are you going to wait? His bumpy arse, it hurts. Yeah, you do me a mercy and slit my throat. I can't take any more of this. Don't bother. Savages rub their traps in poison. Got me so weak. The leg started festering a few hours ago. Infection spread to my blood. I'm a goner. Just wish it'd be over with already. On a fool's errand. Blundered into this trap while rooting through the muck for Hostia's damned knife. She knew the Argonians would be prepared this time. Probably sent me to get killed and throw them off her trail. Snowback wretch. Oh, was that you that stayed their blades? She was grateful for that. Dying at the hands of the same lizards that killed her husband would have been the worst way to go. Think she snapped a bit after, though. Her hate for them turned into something else. Do I look like a skeever to you? I should. Caught in a trap, diseased and half dead. She sent me to this miserable death, so what do I owe her, huh? She's in an old blackguard hideout. A cave not too far from here. One entrance, one exit, but trapped. Give Hostia my regards. Tell her I'll be waiting for her in Orky's bloody teeth. No, been abandoned a while. Perfect place for your skin taker to work undisturbed. She didn't like us around when she had guests. Doesn't hurt so much now. The end must be close. Just leave me to die in peace. You spared her life. She was grateful for that. But the mud lizards, they would have cut her throat without a second thought, just like they did to the father of her child. So I heard. Rumor was Hostia and her daughter had to watch. He was a blackguard. Had to be guilty of something. Doubt that made much difference to her. She's always had an axe to grind, but I wager the blade at her throat brought back some bad memories. They crossed a line they can't step back from with that.
Did the mud lizards send you to find me? You're meddling in things that don't concern you. I have no quarrel with you. Don't make yourself my enemy. Turn around! I tried to offer you the same mercy you gave me. You should have taken it. I'm going to hang your hide over Lilma! Why do you care for those savages? They're barely more than beasts. Juletta.
I'm glad to see you unharmed. The Deadwater said you had passed through here in your search for the Skin Taker. I was beginning to worry. Truly, you have done us another great service. For all of Murkmire, in fact. Many will ask what brought about this terrible brutality. Did you discover anything to make sense of it? That is why the Brightthroats advocate for mercy. We can achieve peaceful coexistence between all the tribes if we abandon the need to answer violence with violence. We'll never become so combative as the Deadwater. But perhaps it's time to accept that compromise can't always be the answer. A hard lesson. On the bright side, the trouble at hand is over. Please accept our gratitude for all you've done.